Hello everyone, welcome to another live here on WellCode. I'm very grateful because today we are at Silicon Forest. They offered us a space for doing live streams because, as you may know, the connection back home is very bad and I'm not able to do any kind of streaming. And if you have any kind of issues, please let me know in the comment sections right there. I'm trying to make it as good as possible, and if you have any kind of trouble, just let me know. I'm trying to fix it, and the connection here is very good. If something is wrong, it's because the streaming settings. So thanks again to Silicon Forest. Hello Gecko, hello Dragos, Stefan, Patrick, Leonard, Paul, Razvan. I'm so happy that you're all here and now online, and I'm gonna start soon showing you how to build a Minesweeper game. It was a very interesting week for me. I watched two very good podcasts on Joe Rogan's channel. I highly recommend watching his channel and watching the people you're interested in. Please let me know if everything is working. If everything is working fine. If everything is working fine, then I'm gonna start soon. Also, don't forget to share this video. You're gonna help this channel a lot. You're gonna help us reach more people, and if we reach more people, that means more tutorials, more lessons, better content, and you're only gonna win. I started taking English classes more than 1 month ago, and I hope that my English has improved. So if you have any complaints, I'm gonna continue taking English classes, and the quality of the lives will gonna go up. Okay, thanks a lot. A lot of people are already here on the live. Hello to everyone. I'm so grateful that you're here. And today I'm gonna teach you how to create a Minesweeper game, but how to create it in a correct way. If you go on YouTube and search for tutorials, you're gonna see that there are a lot of people who create tutorials, and that's great because you have way more information compared to when I was young. But still, you don't want to learn the things in the wrong way, because I hope that everyone who's watching, if you are watching, I hope that you want to become a good programmer, that you want to get good job offers, you get a high salary. And in order to do that, you have to pass some interviews. And if you are doing interviews, you're going to get some problems on a whiteboard like this behind me. And you're going to have to write all your code on a whiteboard, and the interviewers have to understand your code, have to understand what are you thinking about, how are you structuring your code. And a lot of people who are coding live and are not doing that correct way. They are sometimes jumping from one part to the other, or they write some messy code. They don't use the good naming. And I've passed most of my interviews at software companies, and I'm going to also show you how to write good code while explaining what you're doing. And this will be a very good interview preparation if you wanna become a good software engineer, and if you wanna get offers at the top companies. So don't forget to like this live video. There's a button somewhere below. I don't know exactly where it is, and the sides are opposite. So if I'm showing this to this part, it's actually here. So please forgive me. Please forgive me about that. Hello to everyone. I'm so excited that everyone is here. Don't forget to share this live video, and let's get started. If you can't see my screen correctly, if you can't see the text here, please let me know as soon as possible. I'm gonna create a project right now, and Minesweeper, and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing. Okay. So this is the source code. We don't need those arguments. std. Let's do some advertising, copyright WellCode. And by the way, if you are if you want to learn programming, I forgot to tell you who I am. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Petru. I'm the founder of WellCode. We launched a platform 1 year ago in Romania where everyone can learn how to write code. We have 40,000 registered users in Romania, but we also launched the international version. It's called wellcode.com. So if you want to learn how to write code, or if you don't understand anything from this video, just go on wellcode.com, start learning, and you'll be able to follow this tutorial and to understand everything that I'm doing. So go there if you don't know how to write code, register and start learning. And if you've been a user of the platform, you can help us by buying our premium content. You can help us by sharing this video, by being active in the group, and by engaging with our incredible community. We have 2 Facebook groups where there are a lot of questions and users are interacting, and everything is awesome there. So don't forget to join our Facebook groups and to keep in touch. Whoa, there are already 60 people watching this video. I'm so excited. I won't keep you waiting any longer. So let's get started and create this tutorial. But before that, I'm gonna show you what's a Minesweeper. A Minesweeper is this game. You basically have to find all the mines in the board, and in every cell you're gonna see how many bombs there are around it. So you see that for this one, there's 1 bomb here, because on the other cells there's no bomb. And then using those numbers, you have to find out where all those bombs are. I'm going to show you an easier version, and I'm going to show you how you can play this game and then how you can create your own game. I'm going to use C++. So this is the language of WellCode, but don't worry, it's very easy to translate this game to JavaScript. It's very easy to translate this to any kind of programming language, because the mechanics of the game are the same. There are a lot of people who are obsessed about programming languages, and they every once in a while we get some messages about, okay, Petru, tell me what's the best programming language. And the point is that programming languages are not that important. If you're not using assembly language or some kind of very exotic, any exotic programming language, the programming language is not important, because in every programming language you have for loops, you have while loops, you have ifs, and the only real difference, especially when you're beginning, it's the way you're writing an if clause. If you're in C++, you're gonna write an if clause like this. If you are in Python, you'll write an if clause like this, and then you have to use indentation. But basically, it's still an if clause, so don't worry about programming languages. It's very easy. Once you become very good at one programming language, you'll be good at learning very fast a new one. So let's get started. I hope you understood my point about programming languages. I'm not very good at doing multitasking. I have another laptop here. I'm reading the comments on YouTube, but I won't be able to respond then immediately. So please be patient. Please be very careful, and please be focused on what I'm showing you, because some things will be difficult. Also, if you see any kind of mistakes, just let me know in the comments. And please start the timer. I'm very curious about how fast I'm able to create this game. So let's get started. All right. So first of all, I wanna define the board size. I'm gonna use 2 variables and lines, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. and then column, I think it's 9 as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And first of all, I'm just gonna build a game for a board 9 by 9, and then I'm gonna complicate it. I'm gonna allow the user to add options if he wants to play as an intermediate on a bigger board or even as an expert. And I also need a variable which will count how many bombs there are on the board. So bombs, and I think there are 10 bombs here. 10 bombs. And now, first of all, I need a function which will print me the board, and I also need a board which will be a matrix int board by lines and columns. I'm not sure if this code compiles. I'm not sure if this is right. Yeah, this says I'm not allowed to do this, so I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna put a big dimension here, like 100 by 100, and then it won't depend on the size of the board. And now let's print the board. Print board. So this is a straightforward printing of a matrix. Also, please tell me if you can see the code right. I'm not sure if I'm able to see it right. Oh, because the quality of the stream was set to very low. So please let me know in the comments if you can see the board. Okay. Line is smaller than lines, plus line, and now we have to print each element equals 0. Column is smaller than columns, and plus column. And now I just have to print board of line and column. And I also want to print, actually this has to be a char, because I'm gonna print, I'm gonna use stars for bombs. I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna use a number which will be the number of bombs in the adjacent cells. But you can have at most 8 neighboring bombs, so I don't need an int because I won't be storing numbers till 2 billion, so I'm fine with just using a char. I don't need to print spaces. First of all, the board you won't know anything about what's on the board because you haven't clicked anything, and that means we have to put some values here in board. So first of all, I have to initialize board and then print board. So now I'm gonna void init board, and I just have to do this and say board of line and column equals, what character should I use? Let's say it's a plus. And then I want to print the board, and I'm gonna run this program, and hopefully Xcode won't crash, because at some point I was recording a tutorial and Xcode crashed in the middle of it, and I had to record a tutorial again. It will soon come on our YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe because there will be a lot of coding tutorials coming up. All right, and now we also have to place the bombs. And for placing the bombs, there are multiple methods. So let's see, any comments? Yeah, I'm not using object-oriented programming. So I'm just going to use the basic notions. So you can do it using object-oriented programming as well, but it's not necessarily because this is not a very complex game, and you can also build on top of this code if you're just using functions. So it's not mandatory to use object-oriented programming. Any other comments? Bianca, do you participate in Advent of Code? Yeah, by the way, there's a very good contest called Advent of Code. Don't forget to participate in it. And now let's place the bombs. Place bombs. And there are multiple ways of placing the bombs, and I'm gonna show you the right way to do it. The first method will be to just randomly pick a line and a column and place the bomb there. But this is actually not a very good method, because what happens if you choose a cell which already has a bomb? So let me explain it. Let's say first the random bomb will be placed on line 3, column 4, and then the next bomb will be placed on line 5, column 2. But what happens if the random hits again 3 and 4? You have to do some sort of while loop and choosing numbers until you find an unoccupied position on the board, and you don't want to do that, because if you do that, you'll end up with a code that's not so clean. It will be a bit messy. There's a better way of doing that, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna store every position on the board in a vector, and then I'm gonna shuffle that vector, and I'm gonna choose the first bomb's positions in the vector. And this way I won't have that problem of the random generator hitting the same numbers. And this is very likely to happen starting when let's say you placed 9 bombs, and then you are trying to place the 10th bomb, and there are already some occupied positions of the board. So you don't want to use that while loop. I always hated doing that. So vector, this is for storing the positions. Then include algorithm and include ctime. And I also think I need to include cstd lib. If you are wondering, how do I know which libraries to include? It's just that I coded a lot and it came with experience, but you don't have to worry about this, because if you just want to know how to randomly shuffle an array, you just go on Google and then you are searching for how to random shuffle an array in C++. And then you will find out the first answer on Stack Overflow, and you have this function which you will search on Google, C++ random shuffle. And here you go, you're seeing how to use this function, how to call it. So you don't have to worry. Let's see if I have any questions. Okay. Yeah, no more questions. Yeah, so you can see here how to call this. Wait, what's this? How to call this function. Yeah, actually here's the creation of the vector, and then he calls the random shuffle function. You also have to do this thing. I think I explained in another video. You have to do this srand time of 0, because otherwise whenever you are choosing a random number, I'll just show you without let's first of all show you how to pick a random number. Let's say I want to pick a random number from 0 till 9. And now if I'm running this code, you'll see that the random number which was picked is 7. And now if I'm executing the code again, it will be 7 again. So this is the reason why I need to have this line, because I wanna get a new number every time I'm running this program. You see now it's 1. If I'm running it again, it will be 0. If I'm gonna run it again, it will be 1. I want to get a higher number. Now it's 6. So this is the reason why behind writing this line. And now I'm gonna just continue with the algorithm. And now I just need a vector of pairs. This will be a line and column. Basically what this does, it creates a vector where I can have a dynamic size. Every time I'm adding a new element, the vector can expand himself, so I don't need to specify its size. So let's add all those positions in the vector. And now I'm gonna say positions dot push back, make pair line and column. And what I'm gonna end up with will be a vector with all the possible positions on the board. And having this vector will allow me to just shuffle it and use the first 10 positions to place bombs on the board. So right now I just need to call this random shuffle, and now I just have to say positions dot begin and positions dot end. And now I'm done doing this, and now I just want to take 4 index equals 0, index is smaller than bombs, because this array will have positions starting from 0 till his size -1, because array indexing works from 0 on the standard template library vector. All right, plus index, and now what I'm gonna say is board of positions dot position of index dot first, because I wanna get the first element of the pair, and then positions of index dot second, and the character I'm gonna use for bombs is a star. And now if I run this program, you're gonna see that I'm gonna end up with a board which has some bombs on it. And I don't want to show the bombs to the user, because it loses the whole purpose of the game. And I'm gonna need another matrix. So I'm gonna rename this as, no, I'm not gonna rename it. I'm gonna just show it the user board of 100 by 100, and the printed board will be user board by this will equal user board line and column. And when I'm printing the board, this will be user board. Let's see if there are any other comments. It's like dynamic allocation. Yeah, the vector from standard template library is dynamically allocated. If you want to know more about it, just search on Google for C++ vector. Can you do cout lines and calls? Yeah, I can do that, but that will be outside the board, outside the logical way of the board, which is the name of the platform where you are working. Oh, this is called Xcode. It's an IDE for Mac. Oh my God, 91 people watching. This is by far the most watched video. Thanks a lot for it. Is this video going to be still on YouTube after the end of the live session? I hope so. If everything works fine, if nothing crashes, then this video will stay right on YouTube. And I want to say again, I want to say a big thanks to our friends from Silicon Forest who allowed us to do the live video here in their space. If you are in Cluj and you need a co-working space, go to Silicon Forest. They are very, very nice people, and I'm very grateful that they allowed us to do the live video here. And now let's continue with the Minesweeper. So right now, if I'm printing the board, you can only see pluses because I'm not printing the actual board. And now what I'm gonna do before building the UI, before building the thing that interacts with the user, I'm gonna create those numbers. So if you click on a cell, you see how many bombs are in the vicinity of every cell that is unhidden. So in order to do this, I have to compute how many bombs are near every cell, and this is just what I'm gonna do right now. I just have to stop playing because this game is so addicting for me, and I don't wanna play Minesweeper all day. I remember when I was doing coding contests, before the start of every contest I would play Minesweeper. I remember I did a contest with Bianca while being on a train, I think, and we tried to beat each other's times, but obviously we were playing on the expert board. But enough talk, let's get going. All right, so now I have to compute neighbors, and actually I'm gonna iterate through every position on the board, and I'm gonna say if board of line and call is different from a bomb. And actually, I'm gonna do some more stuff here. So I wanna define the character that will be used for a bomb, because let's say I'm releasing this game and the users won't be happy. They're gonna say that it doesn't look nice, and I want to be able to change this as fast as possible. So I'm gonna define bomb as a star. So whenever I'm writing bomb, it will get replaced by a star. Whenever you're using the define directive, this will replace what's here on the left with what's on the right. So this will be a bomb, and this will be a bomb. I also want to define free cell to a plus. So this will be a free cell. Now I want to compute the neighbors. Void compute neighbors. Will you do a video about how to work with the GUI or another UI in C++? Probably I'll do that, but probably I'll use JavaScript because usually you don't want to build UIs in C++. You'll just end up with a code which is long, and column. It's not that pleasant. I did that in college and it wasn't a great experience. You can do that if you want. You can just search for Qt framework, but I won't cover this. So if this is not the bomb, then I want to look through all the neighbors. So how do I look at the neighbors? So let's say this is the position ij, and I want to iterate through this submatrix. I just need to draw this better. So let's say I have this board. I hope you see what I'm doing. So I have this board, and this is the cell that I want to compute the neighbors. This is I and j. So what I need to do, I need to look at this. Will have the coordinates I minus 1, j minus 1. This will be I and j. I used I minus 1 and j, and this will be I minus 1 and j plus 1, and so on. And the reason behind using I and j instead of line and column is just because I don't have enough space for drawing here, and I still want you to understand what I'm doing. So yeah, this is why I'm using I and j. So basically, this is called an offset. This is the difference if you are looking only on the line for the first coordinate, and the difference if you are looking only on the column for the second coordinate. So I'm gonna, if you're looking here, the offset goes from -1 to 1 for the lines, and from -1 to 1 for the columns. So I'm going to say line offset equals -1, line offset smaller or equal than 1, plus line offset, and then for and col offset equals -1, column offset is smaller or equal than 1, plus column offset. And I need a variable, actually this will be int function, which will tell me num neighboring bombs, actually num bombs. So if board of line plus line offset and column plus col offset equals bomb, then plus num bombs. And then I just have to return num bombs. And now the first question that you need to ask yourself is, what happens when line offset equals 0 and column offset equals 0? This is an important question that you need to ask yourself, because you don't want to count this position if you have a bomb right here. But this won't be a problem, because if you're looking here at the call, you're gonna see that I'm checking that the cell is not the bomb. So this comparison won't hold true when I'm having both offsets 0. And now I just wanna see that I created the board in the right way. So board of line and column equals compute neighbors, and because I'm working with characters, I'm just gonna add the 0 character. And now I'm gonna print the board. I won't print the user board, just to make sure that I created it the right way. Always check your programs in the real life, when you are having an interview, you won't be able to run your code, so you have to be very careful. I hope that I won't make any mistakes, just to show you that I'm able to write code without making mistakes. So I have 2 bumps here. I have 3 bumps in the neighboring cells. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. Here I'll also have 3 bumps. So everything seems to be working fine. Okay, let's take a short break and answer some questions. Yeah. So it's better to use STL instead of classic declaration with struct for linked lists. It depends. So if you'll be at the company which uses C++ and needs to write fast programs, you'll end up using structs and classes and pointers. So in that case, you'll definitely work with pointers, which are behind linked lists. And you also need to know how pointers work and how linked lists work if you wanna apply to the companies, because they'll ask you to implement simple linked lists. You can also do that by using arrays, but I think you'll make a better impression if you are just using pointers and structs. Let's see if I have any other questions. You need some conditions for bumps on the edges. Yeah, you are correct. I have to take care of that. If I'm on the edge, if I'm let's say I have a new board and I'm checking and I'm checking the number of bumps for this position. If I'm doing a -1 here, I'm gonna end up outside the board and I'm most probably get an error. I don't know why I didn't get an error here, but thanks a lot, Razvan, for pointing that out. And there's another Nusund, I don't know how to say his name. He also said about the corner. So thanks a lot for pointing that out. So first of all, I wanna, let's say int next line equals this thing, next line, and next call equals this thing, next call. And I want to have an inside function. Int is inside, actually this is a bool. Inside, I want to have line int column. I want to return true if line is greater or equal than 0. Actually, let's write this in a more cleaner way. If 0 is smaller or equal than line, and line is smaller than lines, and 0 is smaller or equal than column, and column is smaller than columns. And now I'm gonna complicate this condition. So if is inside of next line and next column, and board equal is a bomb, then this is okay. Any other questions? No. Okay. 61 people still watching. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to share this video if you like it. Don't forget to also subscribe to our channel, because there will be more coding tutorials coming up, and we are almost done with the game. I just need to do the user interaction thing. So let's define the command. So define up, let's say this will be W. Define down will be S. Define left A, and define right as a D. So whenever the user is pressing a key, the position will move. It will move up or down or left or right. And I also want to define user position. This will be let's say it's $1, the user position. So what will happen now will be, while not is finished, is game finished, I want to read a command, I want to process a command, and then I want to print the board, and I also need a variable saying is game finished, which will be 0. And then I want to have a char command, and I want to read it command, and then process command of command, and I want to implement this function process command. So first of all, I also need the position of the user in user line. This will be 0, and user column will be 0. And actually I want to have a function called start game just for initializing all the values. So I have this function void start game, and I want to say user line equals user column equals 0, and what else? And is game finished will be 0, and then I also need to call this initialize board, and this makes the code cleaner. All right, and now I want to implement this function called process command, char command, and also here after initializing the board, I want to say that user board of user line and user column equals user position. And also before this I want to print the board. So first of all I want to print the board. This is the first thing that I need to do. And if I'm running the code right now, you're gonna see that I have $1 right here. And what I'm gonna do now, if I'm using the keys to move, I will just move the $sign. Now let's stop the program, and let's say if let's say I have a string of string moves, which will be the WASD, and I'm getting messages. Let's see if I have any comments. Can you get the cursor chords? Can you get the cursor chords and see if they are in a specific cell so you can play the game with the mouse? No, because I'm using the console. Okay, a lot of comments. Do you know a good book or tutorial or blog where I can start learning STL and object-oriented programming from the beginning? We'll do that on WellCode, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. So if you actually I can also read the comments here. Subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook. We'll have a tutorial about that soon. And also you can use C++ reference. All right, any other questions? There are many tutorials about STL on YouTube. And for object, you can learn from Udemy. I don't recommend Udemy. Basically, Udemy is the same thing as YouTube. You can just go anywhere. I don't think you need up-down commands. You press randomly on a hidden space on the board. Actually not, because we are using we are building a console application. We don't have any kind of user interface, so you actually need to read those commands, and you are not you need that. You need what I did. Can you get the cursor chords and see if they are in a specific cell? Yeah, as I said, I'm doing a console application, so a console doesn't have a cursor, so I'm not able to do that. Probably in the next live video, I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna continue building this in JavaScript or if I'm just gonna do another coding tutorial. Depending on that, I'll get the cursor coordinates or not. In what language am I writing? C++. You can replace pressing on a cell at XY with reading a position XY from the user. I don't want to do that. I want to make it as close as possible. I just want to be as close as possible to the real thing. And let's continue coding. All right. So if moves.find command is not string and post. So if command is in this string, that means I need to move. And I don't think I want to do this. I'm just gonna do it in the fastest way. So if command equals W, then I need next line, which will equal user line, and I need next column, which will be user column. And you're gonna see in a second what I'm doing with these variables. Next minus next line, else if command equals S, which will go down. Actually, I want this to be up. I want this to be down. Plus next line. Else if command equals left, then minus next call. And else if command equals right, then plus next call. And first of all, before moving the position, I want to check if this position is inside. So if is inside of next line and next column. Actually, if it's not inside, I'm just gonna return, and the board will be printed again. And otherwise I'll say user line. Actually, no. First of all, I need to say that user board of user line and user column equals free cell, because I wanna put a plus sign here. Then I wanna say that user line equals next line. Oh wait, what am I doing here? This is the place. This is what happens when you are reading the comments while writing code. Don't multitask. So actually user line equals next line, and user column equals next column. So don't read comments while coding. And as you see, here will be user position, and also I want to print here a nice message saying cout input command. Then I'm gonna read the command, and let's see what happens. Input command. Wait. Oh yeah, actually I also need to do this here. And let's execute this code again. Alright, input command. Actually I want to make this bigger. And now if I'm pressing S, the user position has gone down one cell. If I'm pressing S again, it goes down. If I'm pressing right, it goes right. If I'm pressing left, it goes left, and it can't go left anymore. So everything works as expected. And now let's implement pressing the triggering of the bomb like this. Let's implement this. First of all, let's just implement just reveal the position where I pressed it, and let's define the press. Actually, I don't need to define the press command. Yeah, I need to define it. So define press command, and let's say this will be a P from press. Okay. So this handled the movement. Let's say if command equals press command, then I want to implement another function called trigger press of user line and user column void trigger press. I want to have int line and int column. And the reason behind creating a separate function is that I'm going to have here a more complicated logic. And on the board, let's say I have a pressed symbol. Define pressed, and this will be, let's say, a space. I hope this will be a good idea. Usually I don't like using spaces when I'm coding, when I'm printing things in the console, because you can't actually tell how many spaces you are printing, but I hope this will be fine. So let's say if user board of line and column is already pressed, then I just want to return. I don't want to do the same logic again. And then let's see if board this time, I want to check if there's a bomb there, of line and column equals bomb, then is game finished equals 1, and I want to output a message cout. What message do you get when you get a bomb? Let's just say game over. Game over, and the new line, and we also want to copy the original board on on the user board. So I'm gonna iterate through all those positions, and I'll say if user board is not pressed and user board is different from so if this is not is digit, user board offline and column, I just want to output the bombs. Well, actually let me think for a second about the best way of doing this, because I want to do this printing of every cell, and actually the thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna print the board. So if user board, no, actually if there's a bomb, so if board of line and column equals bomb, then I'm just gonna output bomb. Else I just want to output the user board. Let's just output user board of line and column. And another thing that I missed is that I don't wanna output this $sign anymore, so I'll say user board of user line and user column equals bomb. Well, actually this won't be the case, because if the game is finished by clicking on a bomb, then when I output this, will go in, the logic will go in this if statement. And now I just need to do the else. So if board of I and j equals free cell, then actually not. Actually, I just need to copy. Actually, I just need to copy board of line and column into user board. Line and column equals board of line and column. Because I already know this is not the cell with the bomb. And by doing this, I just need to copy them. Let's see if I have any questions, and then I'll go back and execute the code. 49 people watching, thanks a lot. I'm so excited about this. Want to learn? Yeah, go on wellcode.com if you want to learn how to write code. You can see the whole video later. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue the work. So this is the board, and now I want to input the command, and let's say I want to go down, and this went down, and now I want to press, and there's no bomb over here, and then I wanna go down. Wait, this was not supposed to happen. And I know why this happens. So the command was just because I went down, the previous position of the user was initialized to a free cell. So if I wanna say if user board of user line and user call equals free cell, only then Yeah, only then. So if this was, let me think for a second. I have a logic problem here. Actually not. If this equals user, what was the name of this? User pos. So actually, if this is user pos, only if it's a user pos, then I wanna put here a free cell. And actually, the free cell name is not correct. I should have called it uncovered cell. Let me do a replace. I don't know how to here. Find and replace. I want to replace free cell with uncovered cell, and I want to replace all of those. Okay, so now I'm here. I want to press here, and then I want to go down. I want to press here, and then going down and pressing. And at least I found a bomb nearby. Let's go down and press it. There's another bomb here. Let's go down, press again, and I got a game over. And I forgot to see out a new line here. So this is the game, how the game works basically. But now I want to do this cool thing when you're pressing on a cell and it's unoccupied. I want to uncover all the neighboring cells. So in order to do this, I'm gonna do the following thing. So if user board, pay attention, this happens only when I'm clicking on a 0. So if user board of line and column equals 0, then I want to look to all the neighboring positions, and I want to uncover those, because I know for sure that those are not bombs. So, in order to look through all the neighbors, I'm gonna do this offset thing again. Where's the offset thing? Here's the offset, line offset and column offset. And I need to do this. So next line, and so if this cell is inside, I'm gonna just recursively call this trigger press of next line and next column. So basically what this says is, if I'm pressing a 0, then automatically press all the neighboring cells, because if I pressed on a 0, that means all the neighbors are not bombs, so there's no reason why I wouldn't press all the neighbors. So this is all I'm doing. So actually, if user board is pressed, what's the pressed character? Pressed equals space. But this won't be correct, because if actually what I want to say here, if user board is not uncovered cell, so because I won't use spaces anymore, I don't because if whenever I'm pressing, I'm not initializing with the pressed character, I'm initializing with the board, with the number of bombs that are over there. So I don't need this pressed thing. Let's say if I have it anywhere else. Yes, I don't have it. All right, let's see how the game works now. Build failed. Function definition is not allowed here. Oh yeah, I forgot to close the curly bracket. All right, build succeeded. Let's press here. What? Yeah, I introduced a bug. So let's find the mistake. The problem is that whenever I'm pressing a P, it is like the code doesn't do anything. So if user board of line and call equals 0, then I want to go to all the neighbors and press them. So if user board of line and color is not an uncovered cell, then I'm returning. If it's a bomb, I don't care. And else I'm copying this. Let's just make sure that my code still works without the newly added part. So I'm pressing this. No, actually it doesn't work. That wasn't the mistake. I think here in process command. So if user board equal user boss, then this will be an uncovered cell. And then I initialize to the next line and next column. And if I'm pressing, if this is an uncovered cell, then return will get called. Oh, but the problem here is that, yeah. And user board. Actually, when I'm pressing here, this condition is wrong because the $ is different from uncovered cell. So the return condition will be triggered. So I want to also say here, if this is different to user pos, and hopefully the code will work now. Let's see. Yeah, now it's a 0, and now I want to press. All right, so the code works now. I added here additional character. Let's uncomment those lines, and let's play some Minesweeper. Let's see what happens if I'm pressing now. And a lot of the board has been uncovered, and now I wanna, oh yeah, now I have another problem. So actually, because I had a $ here, you can see that the pluses signs are added again, and I don't want that to happen. And I want, if this is a user pos, I think the easiest way to solve this is by having a third matrix, which will tell me which cells are uncovered. Uncovered 100 by 100, and I'm gonna say here if uncovered by user line and user column, if this is true, this will be just a bool. This will tell me for each cell if it's covered or not. So if this is uncovered, then I want to set it again to uncovered. Alright, and now if I don't have a bump here, then uncovered of line and column equals 1. And here if I'm already at an uncovered cell, I want to return uncovered of line and column. Then I want to return, and the code gets way simpler. Stop the previous program and build failed. Expected semicolon. Okay, I'm gonna soon be ready, and now let's move to the right. And I still have the same bug, so there are still plus signs added. So what I need to do here is, if uncovered, this will be uncovered cell, or else user board of user line and user call will be board of user line and user call. And now if I press this, some cells will get uncovered, and then I'm gonna go to the right, and still same bug. Uncovered, I'm triggering uncovered, and I don't understand why this thing still happens. Why the plus signs are still added. So this will be a useful lesson for you. You'll see how do I find the bugs in my code. So this line is the problem. The problem is here. I'm initializing the user board with, this condition had to be the opposite, because if a cell was uncovered, then I want to execute this line. But this says that if the cell is not uncovered, so if it's still covered, then I want to initialize it back to an uncovered cell. So let's see if I'm able to move. I'm able to move it to move. All right, let's press. Then I want to go here and then press. And I want to go back here and press again, and nothing happens. And yes, the positions are still saved. Now we wanna check if the game is finished just by if the only uncovered cells are the bombs. I want to check that and print a nice message. Congratulations, you won the game. So let's see. Check game finished. And this will be a very straightforward function. Is game finished will be check game finished. Ball is game finished. And now I just want to check how many uncovered cells do I have. So I just need to iterate through the board and say if uncovered, if not uncovered, int covered equals 0. Actually, I don't need this if clause. I can just say covered plus equals 1 minus uncovered of line and column. basically this is what this will negate the value. So if uncovered will be a 1, if the cell is uncovered, then the result will be 0, and otherwise will be 1. So I want to check if I want to count the covered cells, and if covered equals bombs, then this means that I found every bomb. So then I say congrats, you won the game, and is game finished equals 1. And let's test this case. Well, let's compile the program first. Redefinition of is game finished. Oh, so check game finished. Control reaches, return false, and here I want to return true. All right, let's press this and let me think, where's the next bomb? I know where the next bomb is. Actually, I know where the next bomb is not. So here there's no bomb in here, and I know for sure that a bomb is right here. So that means that no bomb is here, no bomb is here, no bomb is here, no bomb is here, and no bomb is here. And now I just need to go right, and I know for sure that no bomb is here, no bomb is, actually no. Oh, actually those are already uncovered. I need to go here, and for sure a bomb will be there, and for sure no bomb will be there, and I only have this thing here, and I know for sure that there are 3 bombs here because I have this tree which doesn't have any other neighboring cells. I know for sure there are 2 bombs here, and I also know for sure that no bomb is there. So I just need to go up and press here. Again, 3 bombs. I know for sure that here's a bomb. I know for sure that here's a bomb, so this means that here won't be any bomb. And this is started to get difficult. This is harder than creating the game. So I know for sure that there's a bomb here. I know for sure that there's a bomb here, so I know for sure that there's no bomb here. And I know for sure now that there's no bomb here. And is there a bomb here? Yeah, there's a bomb here. So if there's a bomb here, then it means that here, and here are no bombs, and it also means that here's no bomb, and here. All right, there's only 1 bomb here. There are 3 bombs here. So I think I need to take a chance. Let's see. All right. So there's only 1 bomb here. So this means that there's no bomb here. There's no bomb here. There's no bomb here. And I think I'm done. How many pluses are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, so there's still 1 position where there's no bomb. Yeah, actually here. So which one, where's the position of no bomb? Which of those two? So here I have one bomb. Oh, I need to take a chance and see. I don't, yeah, I know. So here's no bomb. So I won the game. This was the creation of Minesweeper. I won't do the flagging marking because I don't see any sense to it. It just adds some complexity, but there's nothing special about creating that functionality. I'm gonna look again through all the code to see if there are things which can be improved. Obviously, the movement is not the best way by pressing those keys, but apart from that, I don't think that I can improve the code more. So let's see if there are any questions on the live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. 40 people watched till the end. I'm very impressed. I would have probably lost my patience. You watched for 1.5 hours. Let's see if there are any other questions. Don't forget to like this live. Yeah, thanks a lot, Paul, for reminding the people to like this live video. Yeah, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe, because now we have a space from where we can do live videos, from where I can do live coding. So you definitely need to subscribe. Also, if you wanna support us, don't forget to go on wellcode.com or on wellcode.ro and buy the premium courses. You are helping us a lot. Every dollar that you're spending on our platform goes back into it, so we are investing all the money back into the platform. Imagine how cool would it be if we hire programmers, or if we had better equipment for creating those live streams and creating better videos. So don't forget to go over there. Also, don't forget to join our Facebook groups and ask any questions that you have on your mind. Are you guys taking part in the Advent of Code? Yes, we are taking part in Advent of Code. I solved every problem excepting the one for today. Okay, I'm not giving up that easy. Why don't we see the entire screen? We can't see the bottom part. Oh, yeah, you are right. So you didn't see the board? I'm just doing a test now. Oh, you still can see the you can still see the board, so it's fine. I was a bit scared. I thought that for the entire tutorial you couldn't see the output, you couldn't see what I was printing, but now I'm relieved. I'm so happy that you could see that. What IDE did you use? I used Xcode. Yeah. So Xcode works on Mac systems. So if you have any other questions, I'll be here for 5 more minutes. So don't forget to ask your questions. I'm gonna answer them. I'm very, very grateful that you guys stayed here till the end. I don't know if there are a lot of people who have the patience of waiting for 1.5 hours to see a Minesweeper game, and I wanna as a reward, I'll give you a link to the code so that you can run it yourself on your computer. I'm gonna post this in the chat so other people won't know about this. Only the ones who waited till now. So here's the link to the code I wrote. If you have any suggestions of improvements, you can write a comment. Not in the chat. After this video finishes, I'm very curious about what improvements I could have made to the code. I hope I wrote a clean version of the Minesweeper, but yeah, I lost my words, sorry. And also, don't forget to write a comment telling me what you want to see in the next live video. I'm gonna do more coding tutorials. I won't do a lot of those talkings about what books I read or other things, because I want to show you how to write good code. And this is our purpose with WellCode. We want to show you how to write good code. We want to show you how to improve yourself and how to become a good software engineer. Paul, please don't. Oh, sorry, no, it's fine. What was the place you first took at the informatics Olympics in the 9th grade? I was very low. I think I was at the halfway. I remember that I had to go back home before the national team selection. I didn't get a good result at the national Olympiad, so and that was the thing that motivated me to work more, to prepare more. The fact that I had a bad result. What should I look for when the WellCode compiler says time limit exceeded? There are two cases when you get time limit exceeded. You either have an inefficient solution and you need to think about how you could solve the program more efficient, or you probably have an infinite loop and you wanna think about that as well. What university did you attend? I attended the local university in Cluj. Yeah. You should do a pop-up roast version, or I don't know that game. I'm thinking about doing an AI. So next week I'm thinking about doing an AI which can play tic-tac-toe. Let me know what you think about that. So if you want me to do a tic-tac-toe, just let me know in the comments. A tic-tac-toe AI. I'm gonna show you what the tic-tac-toe is. I'm gonna close this because I don't need it anymore. I need to share my screen again. So there are two options for next time, or maybe more. I'm gonna think about that. Tic-tac-toe. Two options: doing tic-tac-toe AI. Second option is to build this Minesweeper game in JavaScript. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to build AI for the tic-tac-toe game, or if you want me to build this game in JavaScript. In the comments below. So don't write me in the chat, because we'll end this live stream in 1 minute. So I will lose all the conversations. I won't read them. So leave a comment below after the video is finished. Yeah. Could you explain to us the difference between low-level programming languages and high-level programming languages? Please post it in the group and I'll explain. It's a longer discussion and I don't want to start it right now, but the question is very good. So join our Facebook group and ask over there. The group is called WellCode. If some moderator can help me. Oh, actually I have a link. Yeah, this is the link to the group. So join it and ask over there about the difference, and I'll answer your question. Yeah, Bianca made a very, very good point. I could have added some validation. If a user inputs a random letter, I wanna tell him, well, Mr. User, you entered the wrong command. All right, thanks a lot for watching. One thing that I want you to remain from this video is that please don't write code in a messy way. In a messy way, don't be a moron. Don't use one letter variable names. Don't do crazy things like using a lot of if else cases. Just write the code in a clean way. Become a good programmer, earn a lot of money, create great apps, great useful apps. And until next time, I wish you all the best, and I hope you'll become a very good programmer.